Episode 3 of American Horror Story Delicate is now out and available for you guys to go and check out. I have just watched this episode. I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts. Smash yours down in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's talk about the newest episode of American Horror Story Delicate right now. Okay, so the first two episodes of American Horror Story Delicate has been absolutely fantastic in my opinion. They have been the creepiest, horrific sort of vibe that I've been looking for, while also telling a very cool story. Well, it's not really cool, is it? I mean, you're only a psychopath to think it's cool. But a very interesting story where you're following this character known as Anna, and you're getting very invested. Now, I was hoping episode 3 was going to pick up right where episode 2 left off, and continue that vibe, continue to get me invested in this storyline. And that's exactly what episode 3 did for me. It continues the creepy vibes throughout this whole entire episode, while also introducing some new characters in here that just are even creepier than before. So obviously this picks up right where we left off in episode 2. Now, we still have Anna experiencing very similar issues that she had been in the first 2 episodes, where the whole time loss sort of scenario that is going on, where she seems to lose track of time. Not just like, a couple of minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes here and there. No, we're talking hours. So there's a moment where she goes for a walk and she's gone for hours that her husband now has to call to get a search party looking for her because she hasn't come home. Then there's one where she's in the store and she's there during the day. Next thing you know, it's closing time. So there's something going on with this idea that she is losing her sense of time and reality, basically. What is that all about? Now, that's one of the most intriguing things so far about the story that is going on, is what is going on with this time stuff? Like, is she... Like, what is happening there? That to me is one of the biggest mysteries, is that. How she's losing that much time and not knowing about it. So that's cool. But then they introduced the house manager. So obviously we know in episode 2 she's living in this house out, in the countryside. But there's a house manager, and this house manager is freaking creepy, man. She is really creepy. So she's obviously breastfeeding, I guess, in a way, because she's got the pump there. She's pumping the breast milk out. Shows her the video of her child, but we never actually see the child. So my instance, my first thought and theory was, that ain't her baby. That is, I believe, Anna's baby. Because we also have another creepy thing going on here where instead of texting, they're leaving messages on the calendar. And this is where she finds out that her baby is alive. Someone is telling her that her baby is alive. And there's that end shot there where the creepiness of the house manager is there standing in the background. Absolutely. She is just absolutely super creepy. So you have that dynamic going on with this new character, and I'm starting to think something like that. But the main thing that happens in this episode, that is one of the most creepiest, weird thing, are these people dressed in all black with these bunny ears with goats. Now, instantly when you think of that, you're thinking, oh my word, what sort of satanic rituals thing is going on here? I mean, that's what I first thought anyway. I was like, what the hell going on here? But as you progress and you see through in this story, when she goes into this tunnel in this house, it's just even creepier, man. It is really creepy. You've got this room full of dead fetuses just sitting there, you've got these dead babies and everything. I'm sitting there what the fudge is going on here? And then you get to this point where there's this chair thing that straps your legs there that holds you up as if you're giving birth. And of course those people are there. And when those people are there, they inject her with something. And this is where she wakes up and we see that thing moving in her stomach. Now, one of the creepiest things is being injected with something or having something grow inside of you. Obviously, if you guys have seen Alien, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's never a good sign if there's something foreign living inside you. What is it? That's the big question I have now, is what is inside her? Is it her baby? I don't think it is. I don't think it is her baby. I think it's something else. I don't know what they injected her with or put inside her. We don't actually see. We just see a needle go into her. So we don't know, that's just to put her to sleep. completely while they do whatever the experiment that they're doing, or if that was actually the thing that they injected her with. But then it kind of defeats the purpose of why does she need to have her legs up there. So obviously something's happened there. Obviously we have the old lady appearing here as well. What is her whole mystery thing? She's very creepy as well. She's always following her. And when she's up in the tree, I was like, bro, how did she get in that tree? How did she get in that tree? That's creepy in itself. So she obviously has something going on here as well. Obviously, there's this also an instant where the husband looks like he's cheating on her. Whether or not that's, true or not, or if it's just an imagination thing, I don't know. I still think something dodgy about the husband. I still think that isn't who he says she is. I still think that's his dead lover, dead wife or whatever. I still think that's who it really is, and I feel like this is just all a ploy to get a baby or something like that. I don't know. I mean, the theories are running wild in my mind right now. Like, what is actually going on in here? But I feel like the tone of this episode was really good. It continued on from episode 2, and it gave you those creepy vibes, those unsettling, uncomfortable vibes as you're watching this. And you're seeing this character in Anna go through this emotional trauma of losing a baby and what that can actually do to a person. And then you add in all the other crazy stuff that's going on top of that, and you start to feel sympathy for her, and you start to feel sorry for her. And then when they introduce these characters, like those people dressed in the black and the house manager, this is where you start to feel very unsettled for her. And I think they do a really, really good job with the writing to write that and to make you feel like that. So for me, that is fantastic as well. I really, really enjoy that because I'm on the edge of my seat all the time when I'm watching this show at the moment. And that's what I want it to be. Like when you come to watch horror stuff, that's what you want. You want to be on the edge of your seat at all times. You want to feel uncomfortable. You want to feel like, oh my God, what is about to happen? And that's what I'm getting from here. And what I also love is the mystery element so far in these first 3 episodes. They are building this storyline perfectly, in my opinion, to the point where I'm now throwing theories out left, right, and center. But what they're doing is they're escalating it continuously every single episode. It's not just, here's episode 1, here's episode 2, and then here's episode 3. No, they're just building. And now I feel like episode 4 to me feels like things are going to start to really get really creepy and weird. I think episode 4 is going to be the one. I mean, obviously here we have a mouth bleeding and stuff like that. Mental, man. So for me, look, the performance is great. Kim Kardashian again in here. A little bit wooden in here for my liking. I don't feel like she quite got the emotion across, the facial expressions and that. When she was standing there when she first appeared, she's very stiff looking. She doesn't look like she's like, I don't know, in the moment. She does look like she's trying to act. But, for me, she's a bit stiff at this point in time. But Emma Roberts is absolutely fantastic again, and the rest of them are absolutely fantastic. But obviously Kim Kardashian's not a proper actress, so you got to give, you got to take that into account as well. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode again, and I cannot wait for episode 4 next week. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you guys all think of episode 3? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down there. Smash that like button for me and click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.